Have you ever frozen up when your boss just suddenly asks you for a project update in the hallway?
Oh, that is the worst feeling.
Right. Or do you know the subtle difference between telling a coworker you are busy versus telling them you are swamped?
It is a very important difference.
It really is. And how do you politely tell a colleague you completely disagree with them without, creating an enemy for life?
That's the million-dollar question.
Truly. Well, welcome to Everyday English Flow, your daily English practice for natural speaking and effortless listening.
We are so glad you are joining us today.
Yes, welcome. Today we are taking a really fascinating deep dive into mastering C1 level professional office English.
And honestly, it is a completely distinct language, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we aren't just teaching you to memorize a list of words. The goal of this deep dive is to help you navigate your workplace with, natural, confident English.
Exactly, because advanced fluency isn't just about vocabulary. It is about diplomacy and framing your thoughts strategically so people actually listen to you. Spot on. So here is exactly what you are going to learn today. We are covering 12 essential advanced vocabulary words, and we'll apply them to 6 core communication situations.
Yeah, everything from just saying hello in the morning all the way to high-pressure damage control.
And wait, there's more.
Yes. Make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'm going to share a special bonus tip for how you can actually master this workplace fluency without, getting totally overwhelmed.
Oh, I definitely need that. I feel overwhelmed just looking at my inbox most days.
Right. Well, let's start right at the beginning of the day. Situation 1, the morning routine and managing up.
Okay, so you walk into the office, you see your colleagues. Saying good morning is fine, right?
It's fine, sure. But if you want to hit that C1 level of fluency and really build rapport, you have something like, how was your weekend?
Okay, but I have a very practical question here. What if you don't actually want to talk?
Exactly. Like, I had a terrible weekend. I'm tired. I just want to sit at my desk. How do I escape without sounding like a jerk?
That is a very real dilemma. As an expert in communication dynamics, I always tell people to use a deflection. You answer briefly, and then you flip the question.
Give me an example.
You just say, pretty relaxing, thanks. How about yours?
Oh, wow. So you answer, but you immediately push the attention back to them.
Exactly. It's conversational judo. They get to talk about themselves, which, let's be honest, everyone loves to do. And you can just sip your coffee and nod.
That is brilliant.
Hmm.
Okay, so we survived the morning greeting. Now we have to approach the boss.
Always intimidating.
Right. And they look super busy, headphones on, typing fast. Which brings us to our first core vocabulary phrase, bother.
Yes, vocabulary number 1. The phrase is, sorry to bother you.
Now, to bother someone just means to interrupt them, right? Like the opposite would be, please leave me alone or do not disturb.
Exactly. But strategically, saying sorry to bother you is a preemptive apology. It shows a really high level of situational awareness.
Huh. Because you're acknowledging they are busy before you even ask your question.
Precisely. You are demonstrating empathy for their schedule. It is one of the fastest ways to earn a busy manager's respect.
I love that. So you bothered the boss, they give you a bunch of instructions, and, well, you're totally lost. You don't understand at all.
It happens all the time.
My instinct is just to say, I don't understand. Why can't I just say that? It's honest.
It is honest, but it sounds a bit passive. It makes you sound helpless.
Right.
Yeah. This brings us to vocabulary word number 2, clarify. Instead of saying, I don't understand, you say, could you clarify that?
Clarify. To make something clear.
Right. When you ask someone to clarify or you ask for clarification, you sound like a proactive professional. You aren't saying, I'm confused. You're saying, this situation needs a bit more light.
It shifts the burden slightly, too. Like maybe their instructions weren't perfectly clear to begin with.
Exactly. And you can follow it up with a great technique. You say, just to confirm, you want me to, and then you repeat the instructions back to them.
Oh, just to confirm. That's really good. It proves you are listening.
And it gives them a chance to fix any misunderstandings before you waste hours doing the wrong thing.
Okay, so we've managed the boss. Let's move to situation 2, the art of the meeting and time management.
Meetings, the most complex part of the office.
Just scheduling them is a nightmare.
Ooh.
Let's say someone proposes a 2 p.m. meeting, but I can't make it. Saying I'm busy sounds so personal.
It does. It sounds like you are rejecting them.
Ugh.
So the C1 professional says, I have a conflict at 2 p.m. Could we meet at 3 instead?
A conflict. I like that. It makes it sound like your calendar is just physically full. It's out of your hands.
Exactly. A scheduling conflict is an objective reality, not a personal preference.
Right. Okay, so we are finally in the meeting, but someone is talking endlessly, totally off topic. I dread this. You have to interrupt.
Interrupting is tough. It's naturally aggressive, so you need a linguistic cushion.
Like what?
You use phrases like, sorry to interrupt, but, or, if it's very formal, if I may.
If I may. Wow, that is elegant.
Yeah.
You are kind of asking permission, but really you're just taking control.
You are. And what if you take control and you have to completely disagree with a colleague's idea?
Oh, that's the worst. How do you do that without making an enemy?
This is where I always lean on the principles of Dale Carnegie. You know, human beings are emotional creatures. We have egos.
Totally.
If you just bluntly say, I disagree, their defensive walls go straight up. They stop listening.
Because they feel attacked.
Right. So you validate them first. You say, I see your point, but, or my personal favorite, you frame it as a question. Have you considered...
Oh, I like that. Have you considered looking at the data this way? It sounds helpful, not attacking.
It is diplomatic. Now, as the meeting wraps up, you will inevitably hear vocabulary word number 3, touch base.
Oh my goodness, yes. Let's touch base next week. It's everywhere. That comes from baseball, doesn't it?
It does, a runner touching the bases. But in the office, touch base means a very quick check-in. It is not an invitation for a 2-hour presentation.
Just a 5-minute chat to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Exactly. And respecting that is crucial, especially when people are facing tight deadlines, which is vocabulary word number 4, deadline. The time when a project absolutely must be finished.
Right, and when deadlines pile up, you might need to ask for an extension. Which leads to how we describe that stressful feeling. Vocabulary word number 5. Swamped.
Yes, swamped.
I love the visual imagery of this word. You know, instead of saying I'm very busy, you say I am swamped.
It is incredibly descriptive.
Right. It's like you are physically sinking in a literal swamp, wading waist deep through dark mud made of unread emails and urgent tasks.
It really conveys that feeling of being completely overwhelmed by your workload. You could also say, I'm up to my neck in work, or I have a lot on my plate.
A lot on my plate. Yeah, those are great alternatives.
They really paint a picture for the listener.
They do. Well, speaking of having a lot on our plates, we are about halfway through our deep dive. And if you are enjoying this and finding these C1 vocabulary words helpful, please take a quick second to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out, and it ensures your daily English practice keeps going strong.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move out of the meeting room and into situation 3: teamwork, collaboration, and surviving the inbox.
A very different kind of environment.
Yeah. And here we have a really interesting distinction between 2 words people mix up all the time. Vocabulary word 6, collaborate. And the word it gets confused with is cooperate.
This is a huge nuance. Cooperate is just baseline passive helpfulness. Like, I keep my music turned down in the office so I don't bother you. I am cooperating.
Right, just being a normal, decent coworker.
Exactly. But to collaborate implies active, close teamwork to create something new.
Like a designer and a writer collaborating on a website.
Yes. They are merging their skills. And a massive part of collaboration is vocabulary word number 7, input.
Ah, input. Like saying, I'd appreciate your input on this.
Right. Asking for a colleague's thoughts or expertise. It's actually a high-level flattery. You are telling them you value their brain.
But, okay, let's say I ask for their input. I send the email. I start with standard email etiquette, like, I hope this email finds you well, and then nothing.
Just crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah.
2 days go by. I need their answer. How do I remind them without sounding like a demanding jerk?
You use vocabulary word number 8, follow-up.
Follow-up.
To check on a previous conversation or an unreturned email, you just write, I'm just following up on my previous email.
Why does that work so well?
Because it gives them a graceful exit.
Yeah.
You aren't accusing them of ignoring you. You are politely assuming they're just swamped, and you are lightly tapping on the glass.
Oh, I see. It preserves their dignity.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's flip it. What if I'm the one getting all the emails? People keep asking for my input, and I am drowning in the swamp. I have to say no.
Setting boundaries is vital. And the most professional way to do this is vocabulary word number 9, capacity.
Capacity.
You say, I don't have the capacity to take this on right now.
That is so good. It makes me think of, like, a computer hard drive. Or a room. Like a room has a physical maximum capacity. You literally can't fit another person inside.
That's the exact parallel.
So in the office, it means my personal limit for time and mental energy is full. I physically cannot process another request.
And just like saying you have a schedule conflict, saying you lack capacity depersonalizes the rejection.
Right. It's not, I don't want to help you. It's, I systematically cannot.
Exactly. It protects your time without burning bridges.
Which brings us to the final phase of our deep dive. Situation 4, crossing the finish line, dealing with urgency and damage control.
The high-pressure phase.
Yeah. Projects are ending. Stress is high. Let's talk about vocabulary word number 10, urgent.
Urgent means something requires immediate, drop-everything attention. But listen carefully. Do not overuse this word.
Oh, like the boy who cried wolf.
Precisely. If you stamp urgent on every single email, people get alarm fatigue. They will stop taking you seriously.
Because if everything is urgent, nothing is.
Right. It just makes you look disorganized. Instead, the C1 professional uses vocabulary word number 11, prioritize.
Prioritize. Deciding what is most important to do first.
Yes. When you say, I am prioritizing the quarterly report today, you show that you are in control. You evaluated the chaos, and you chose a strategic path.
That sounds so much better than just running around in a panic.
It projects true leadership.
Okay, so you prioritize, you do the work, and you finish it. But I hear there is a stronger word than just finish. Vocabulary word 12, finalize.
Yes, finalize.
How is that different from just finishing something?
To finish just means you stop working. To finalize is much stronger. It means something is in its absolute final form, it has been approved, and not a single comma will be changed.
Oh, wow. So if I tell my team the contract is finalized, there's no ambiguity. They can send it out immediately.
Exactly. It carries institutional weight. But of course, even finalized things can go wrong. Mistakes happen.
They definitely do. And when you make a mistake, especially if you are nervous, the instinct is to use really casual English, like, oops, my bad.
Yeah, please do not say my bad in a C1 professional environment.
It's bad.
It sounds very juvenile, especially when money or reputations are on the line. It makes it seem like you don't understand the gravity of the situation.
But what's the damage control strategy?
Extreme ownership. If you are late, don't blame the traffic. Just say, I apologize for the delay.
Simple and direct.
Right, and for a bigger mistake. You look them in the eye and say, I take full responsibility for this.
I take full responsibility. Man, that takes courage. But you know, when I hear someone say that, my respect for them actually goes way up.
Because they aren't deflecting. And psychologically, taking extreme ownership often instantly diffuses the other person's anger. They were ready for a fight, ready for your excuses.
And when you just own it, their anger has nowhere to land.
Exactly. Then you can just pivot to fixing the problem.
That is a true leadership trait. And praising people is a leadership trait too. If a coworker does great work, how do we say more than just, good job?
You elevate it. You say, I'm impressed with your results, or your input on this was invaluable. It sounds like feedback from a true peer.
Wow. We have covered so much ground today. From the social judo of morning small talk, to meeting diplomacy, setting capacity boundaries, and damage control.
We really have.
I've not forgotten. You promised a bonus tip at the beginning of the show for mastering all of this.
Yes, the bonus tip. And this is crucial. We just went over 12 advanced words and tons of psychological strategy. The biggest mistake you can make is trying to memorize all of this and use it all tomorrow morning.
Right, your brain would just freeze.
You will experience complete cognitive overload, panic, and end up saying, oops, my bad anyway.
We'd sink right back into the swamp.
Exactly. So start small. Pick just 2 or 3 phrases from today. Maybe this week your only goal is to use, sorry to bother you, and could you clarify?
Just 2 phrases. That
Yeah.
feels totally doable.
It is. Use them every day until they feel completely natural. Then come back to this deep dive, pick 2 more, and add them in. Fluency is built brick by brick.
That is phenomenal advice. Start
Oh.
small, build the habit. I love it. Well, as we wrap up, I want to remind everyone watching to please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, and make sure to click that bell icon so you never miss your daily lessons.
Absolutely. And we want you to commit to this learning journey. Right now, scroll down and type exactly I stay committed in the comments below.
It's a great way to hold yourself accountable.
And while you're in the comments, I have a homework challenge for you. We talked about praising a coworker today. In English offices, you will often hear the phrase, going above and beyond.
Oh, that's a classic idiom.
It is. So in your own words, what does going above and beyond mean to you? Leave your answer in the comments.
I can't wait to read those. And to leave you with one final thought to ponder today.
Yes, hit us with it.
Think about how simply changing your vocabulary from a frustrated, I don't get it, to a calm, Could you clarify? Doesn't just change your sentence, it fundamentally changes the way your colleagues perceive your entire professional competence.
That is so true. The words you choose actually build the reality of your professional reputation
Yeah,
every single time you speak.
absolutely.
Well, we wish you a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Take those two small phrases into work tomorrow and watch how that office swamp suddenly becomes a lot easier to navigate. Bye, everyone.